Almost exactly a year ago, in April 2024, Columbia University became a battleground. A huge mob of masked rioters broke into an academic building and rebranded the iconic Alexander Hamilton Hall by draping its walls with a giant flag calling for Intifada. It was now Hind Hall, named for Hind Rajub, a 5-year-old girl whose lifeless body was found in Gaza's rubble. It all felt a bit Les Mis. Metal barricades were erected, strengthened with chairs and tables to block authorities from entering. A video showed one hammer-wielding demonstrator smashing through a glass-paneled door and locking it with a bike lock. We later learned that an unlucky janitor was taken hostage by a 40-year-old trust fund kid who wasn't even a Columbia student. This campus tension has continued, even escalated under the Trump administration.
Trump administration's effort to deport a Columbia University student protester moved to a New York City courtroom yesterday.
This is a movement, an anti-war movement.
How has the Palestinian cause become as central to students today as the Vietnam War was in the 1960s? Well, it didn't happen overnight. The roots of this revolution at Columbia and throughout the elite universities can be traced back to the publication in 1978 of a volume called Orientalism. Its author was Edward Said, one of the first activist scholars of his era.
It's a tragedy, virtually impossible for an American to see on television, to read books, to see films about the Middle East that are not colored politically by this conflict, in which the Arabs almost always play the role of terrorists and violent people and irrational and so on and so forth.
His books claim that the Orientalist perspective was so deeply buried in academic culture that in order to cleanse universities of colonial racism, it was necessary for Said and his followers to kick out the old guard and rewrite the rulebook on the very way that cultures and histories are studied. Orientalism was a hand grenade tossed into the academy, the effects of which are still felt to this day. I'm Eli Lake, and this is Breaking History. On today's show, how a literary critic raised in Cairo and Jerusalem radicalized America's elite universities and inspired the campus intifada.
All the opportunity at our university, we are not impressed. Consider us oppressed. The Intifada on the quad, from river to the sea. We pledge allegiance to jihad, so Palestine is free. We read Foucault, we read Said, they tell us to resist. We hate the state of Israel and every Zionist. Do what we say, we won't go away. Do what we say, we won't go away.
Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.